day, good afternoon, good afternoon. How are you? It's Friday. It's about 1 p.m., 1:10 Central Standard Time. And I said, hey, let me go live. One of the things that you will know, well, first of all, let me introduce myself. If you are catching me live, this is your first time. My name is Linda Hales, and I'm a high performance coach. I specialize in teaching my clients how to rock out the most incredible sales in their business. And it happens through mindset shifts, identity shifts, understanding their own behavioral patterns, understanding patterns of behavior in other people so that they can be able to persuade and read others like a book. Okay. So, yeah, thanks for being here. I titled this live stream, How I Closed $100,000 in Sales in One Day. This happened last Friday. Today has been a week since these sales occurred. And if you're watching me live, I'm specifically and intentionally going live in my Facebook group, LinkedIn, and YouTube. I'm not going live on my business page. I'm not going live on my regular Facebook page intentionally because I want to start creating content that is specific to this group so that people can desire and say, hey, I want to raise my hand and I want to be in that group. So if you're here, let me know that you're here so that I know where you're coming from. LinkedIn, YouTube, or my Built to Succeed group. Anyway, so really excited to share this with you. And you guys, before I even start, actually I'm already starting, but before I even start my PowerPoint, anybody who knows me knows that I do not use PowerPoint presentations. I don't create them because I've never been that type of person that likes to sit down and take hours to create a PowerPoint presentation. It's just not in me. I'm very good at teaching live in the moment, teaching what's here. I do prepare. I prepare with bullet points and other type of outlines what I'm going to teach and speak on, but I don't generally love PowerPoints because they've been very difficult for me to translate like what's in my head into a PowerPoint. And then what's the point in creating a PowerPoint if you're literally going to read verbatim from it and bore people to death? I am not a boring speaker. And so anyway, I've never been one that loves PowerPoints. However, with the use of AI, I literally put into the AI engine everything I wanted to teach on, and it literally created the PowerPoint presentation that I'm going to share with you. Like, it took me less than 5 minutes. Once it was created, I edited some parts. I added my own pictures, right? Because the pictures were very masculine. They weren't on brand. I tweaked the colors to switch it more to my branding, and I could not believe. So I'm always teaching from my own experience. And again, there's someone that's watching live. I wish you would tell me who you would put your name in the comments so I can see who you are. So that's a new learning that I didn't even think I was going to teach today, like how to use AI to create PowerPoint presentations in a flash. When I say in a flash, literally in 2 seconds, literally in 2 minutes. Let me see here. If my microphone, I just switched my microphone, so I hope that you guys can hear me. Hey, Dr. Alex, what's going on? So let's get started. I'm about to share my screen. Let me see how I do this, guys. Slides. Do I have slides? Oh, I'm gonna share my screen. Share my screen. Okay, there I go. You guys, you're catching me live right now as I'm doing what I'm doing. So right now I'm looking at the screen where my slides are, and I am not looking at the chat. So if you've got questions or you've got some comments, put them in the chat. When I switch back to where I can see the chat, I will address your comments and your concerns. So get started right away. Last Friday, I finished the 5th day of a conversion event. See, I already messed up. You guys, listen. I'm supposed to follow the slides. So how I closed $100,000 in sales in one day. You are here because you either got an invitation from me inside of my Facebook group, or I sent you an invitation personally in Messenger, And I said to you, hey, I think that you should come learn from this. I think that you should be here on this day. You might be my client and you were already looking forward to how I was going to teach this inside of my Facebook group. If you're my client, you know that I taught it in depth when we met in our mastermind this week. And now you're going to see how I'm delivering this to the other people who are not my clients. Okay. So I want you to learn today how I closed $100,000 in sales in one day. And you truly are not going to believe how simple it is. Okay. Real talk. You're not going to know. So, do I even know how to do this? Like, is this even going to uh, do the thing? Like, is it going to present? Okay. It's not moving forward. Why? Why is it not moving forward? Could it be because I'm sharing a screen and it's not designed for that? Huh. Okay, we're going to have to exit. See, you too can be successful. So, how about we exit presenter view and we just zoom in and I just present the way that I want to present. So here we go. How did I do it? I did it with the tried and true 5-day challenge. Now, if you have been around in the internet streets, then you know that many people that you love and you follow and you respect in the online space are doing 5-day challenges. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you that I tried a 5-day challenge in 2021. In 2021, I did my first 5-day challenge. I was trying to fill a group program, my first group program called the Rich Coach Mastermind. And during that event, I only did it inside of my Facebook group. I didn't do it on Zoom. I didn't invite people like that. It was inside of my Facebook group. I had literally like 5 real-time live viewers. None of the people who watched live converted. None of those people became clients. But I had 7 women sign up. And even though it was the first time I was launching a group program, it was not the first time that I can help women get results. I had already built a multiple 6-figure business the year before. I had done $250,000 in sales. So just because it was my first group program, I wasn't selling it at $1,000 because it was not my first time getting client results. So 7 women signed up at 12K and it was like $84,000. Listen, I don't do math in my head. Okay. So let's see what 12,000 times 7 is. Yeah, it was $84,000 in sales with 7 women. And again, the 7 women who signed up, none of them watched the 5-day challenge live. Okay. So even if you're just bold enough to just try a strategy, which was like wonky and I didn't deliver it properly. I didn't take people off the platform and into Zoom. I didn't have a 1 hour for the VIPs. I didn't have VIPs and not VIPs. This was 2021. This complete strategy wasn't around then, but I still launched it. I still sent emails every day and I was able to close 7 women at $12,000 for 84K. But I had not experienced, okay, why this strategy works in the way that it works until last week. So the reason it works is because, first of all, there's customer psychology. Okay. You've got to learn how to trigger psychological principles that make your customers more likely to say yes. I teach buyer psychology. I teach premium buyer psychology. I teach you why the premium buyer buys. Why does someone buy a Rolex over a Timex? Why does someone buy a Bentley over a Toyota? Why does someone buy $1,200 shoes over shoes at DSW? Like, why? The psychology. It's important that you know your own client psychology, their journey, so that you can trigger psychological principles as you're teaching, so that they're like, oh my God, this is like, I'm already deciding that I want to say yes, and I don't even know what she's going to sell at the end of this, but this is amazing. Number 2, why the strategy works, because you're keeping them engaged daily. you are keeping them engaged daily just by mere fact that they've got to come tomorrow and they've got to come the next day. Number two, once you have them on the Zoom, you've got to keep them engaged. So you're asking them to speak back to you. You're asking them to put me in the chat. You're asking them to take action. They are engaged. Let me tell you how important that is. It is super important that they stay engaged with your expertise. As a matter of fact, when you're teaching in the thing that you are an expert in, you flow. Like right now, I created this PowerPoint and I'm flowing. I'm using these things, these little bullet points to stay on task, but I don't need this because this is what I love teaching. So you can feel my excitement, like my voice raised when I got in the zone because this is my lane. This is my expertise. Simplicity is key. The fewer steps that it takes someone to make a purchase, the more likely that they are to become a customer. Okay. So what the thing that I did not do in my first challenge in 2021 that I got to experience in this challenge was that I did a group sale, a group close. And it was amazing. I had not had the chance to experience that and have people in the moment decide. I could see the light bulbs going on. I could see their commitment in their body language. I knew that they were sold, that they were in. Okay? And then urgency and scarcity, not from a manipulative way and from some loser, manipulation, dark psychology thing. No, but because this is over at the end of the week. Like, we're not doing this until next month again. And then by next month, you could have you probably lost out on a bunch of sales on a strategy that could have made you money because you're trying to come back to a challenge next month. You're trying to pay $297 to come back again and see what you can learn for free. It's not even free, right? It was $297. So let me not get ahead of myself. So how do you plan for this success? You set a clear goal for what the outcome, what result you want from delivering this challenge. Okay, so you've got to define your sales target in advance and you got to map out the details of your strategy. You must decide, okay, what is the money that I want to make? I want to make this. And then decide a stretch goal. Okay, I definitely want to make this, and it's going to be amazing if I can do this. But this one right here is a non-negotiable. So you've got to conduct your in-depth research. You got to explore your market and you've got to generate these insights that they need right now to create a huge win. You know your market. You know your clients. You know their pain points. You know what they want because you are an expert. And it's one of the reasons why, not one of the reasons, it's the reason why I do not work with people who are just getting started. It's not my expertise. I don't know how to take someone from zero to boom. But I can take someone who already has momentum, someone who is an expert at what they do, someone who already has an offer that has been proven. The reason it's been proven is because someone has already bought something from you. If anybody has exchanged American dollars for you or wherever you live, if someone has exchanged money for what you have for your result, then your offer is proven. If you have already done that, I can promise you that you are still undercharging and I can help you put fire on that thing. So I knew exactly what my clients wanted. I know the results that many people in the internet space who are really great at what they do are lacking. And that is, they don't know how to have sales. They don't know how to have consistent sales. They don't have a client journey for their clients. They don't know with predictability that when they get on a sales call, it's going to convert. They get on sales calls to convince people. They get on sales calls to overcome objections. If you get on a sales call to sell a service-based transformation offer, and you are getting on that call to overcome objections, you've already lost the sale. If you're getting on that call to start the sale there, you are going to lose that sale. You never had it. You need to be able to have sales calls with people that are already sold. And the best thing that a 5-day challenge can offer for you and your clients is that it gives them 5 days 10 hours to sell themselves on why you are the expert and the answer that they want and that they need. So then you position your offer. You're going to create a unique selling proposition that stands out from the competition. From the moment you name your challenge, okay? I name my challenge the Charge More Now Challenge. It is that. There is no, what does that mean? That's cute, but what does it really mean? It's very outcome. My name of my challenge was outcome driven. This is what you're going to get in these 5 days. You're going to charge more now. Okay. So what is the result that your clients are seeking? You know your clients better than anybody else. That's why they feel like you read their mind every time that you write a post, every time that you go live, every time that you sit down and you talk to people. They're like, how is she reading my mind? Because you used to be them, right? So then you're going to brainstorm and you're going to problem solve throughout this 5-day challenge. You're going to anticipate their obstacles and you're going to prepare to overcome them through creative problem solving. Now, when I say creative, I mean it. And here's why. There were things that I was creating for my 5-day challenge, like a workbook. I just told you guys, I don't like PowerPoint presentations. So I had 0 PowerPoint presentations and I don't like workbooks, but I know that people like workbooks. And literally the reason I don't like workbooks is because during this challenge, in the middle of the challenge, I had a launch manager that didn't work out. And so she was supposed to be the one uploading the document files, the file into the group, the file into the chat, and it wouldn't happen. And people literally are like, where's the book? Where's today's workbook? It doesn't matter. Like, the workbook is not why you're here. But people you will lose them if these things aren't in place and they're out here looking for a workbook. So I don't love workbooks, but because sometimes people love workbooks, I was up at night and I was up real early in the morning creating workbooks on Canva because I'm not a graphic designer and I don't love it. So what I do, day 4 and 5 had no workbook. There's no workbook. Like, there's no workbook. You're not here for a workbook. So you're going to execute your plan to hold your 5-day challenge. You're going to do outreach. Like, how do you fill this room? You've got to do outreach. You've got to use a combination of your email. Say, hey, I'm having this 5-day challenge. Click here to join. You've got to DM people. Hey, Linda, I know that in the past you've wanted to work with me and, you've been sitting on the fence or it wasn't a good time then. I'm holding this challenge and it's this much. Now, I do not promote doing a free challenge at the very beginning of you growing your business or when your email list is not huge, because I do not teach anyone. None of my clients do I teach them to lie to themselves, filling their email list with leads. Leads of what? I want my clients to fill their email list with clients. Every person on my email list has paid me some sort of money since 2015. Every person on my email list. Now, as you grow and as you pivoting and you're like, okay, I'm starting to put money into Facebook ads to drive this traffic here. Okay, I'm needing to build an email list because I want to build an audience. There is a place for sending traffic to a lead generation thing. There's a place for you to grow your email list with potential people that are interested with leads. But right now, all the leads that I want in my email list are paid clients. I don't know about you, but I would like to have an email list of people who have paid me versus the email list of people who download everything that I say for free. And they're somehow thinking that they're going to get stuff for free. The reason they're thinking that is because those entrepreneurs have enabled them to think that. People know it's high ticket over here, and I'm going to teach you how to do high ticket. You are the sales page. You are the lead generation. So I'm not. See how I just went down my little rabbit hole of the thing I'm passionate about? Now, there's going to be a lot of coaches that are going to be like, yo, that's crazy, Linda. You're leaving a lot of money on the table by not building your email list with a bunch of freebie seekers. Hey, when I'm there to pivot, I will do that. But right now, I don't. And I would say to you, use these combinations of emails, DM strategy, and social media with live streams and stuff like that to reach potential customers that you want in this challenge. My challenge has, this challenge, the first one had 2 tiers. The next one's going to have 3 tiers: 97, 197, 297, or 397. So there's going to be tiers. Only the top platinum tier is the one that gets to ask me questions live, hot seat coaching, 1 hour before the regular session begins. Next thing, fill the room with personal invitations. Personal invitations. I touched on that at the very beginning of this slide, but there is nothing that beats the personal invitation. No one is going to come to your thing just because you make a post. Like, people are not going to do that. But when you personally invite someone, there's no amount of technology or artificial intelligence that's going to take the place of the spoken word, of you saying to someone, hey, girl, I was thinking of you. You need to get in here because this challenge is for you. The things that we spoke about and what you were dealing with in your business, if you're still dealing with that, this challenge is for you. I need to see you here. Let me know if you want the link. Yeah, send me the link. Boom, drop the link. They get to go choose. Do they want the 97 ticket, the 197 ticket, the 297, the 397? They get to choose that, right? But when your clients know you, they know. Like, no one that is attached to me knows or thinks that I'm going to send them an invitation to something for free. That's just not how I built my brand, right? So no one expects for me to give them a link that's free. So they're not going to be like, oh my God, it's $97, right? Effective presentation. You see how this lady looks right here in this slide, in this group, this room full of people? That is how people view you. The moment you turn this camera on, you are the authority in the front of the room. This is the front of the room. You're the audience. People put you on this stage. This is your stage. This is your stage. Dry erase, all of this is your stage. You command authority and presence. So build your authority and your credibility when you're on this stage. It's your own stage that you created, and teach your ass off in that thing that you're an expert at. Because when these people in your 5-day challenge, when they're getting mindset shifts and they're taking action and they're getting results throughout the challenge, they will sell themselves on the fact that you are the mentor for them. They will be like, holy smokes, I get off of this challenge every day. I'm pumped about my business. I take action. Woo! I got to work with Linda. Okay. So here's the results. Now, I told you to invite people on the DM. Here's what happened for me. In the middle of me promoting this challenge, I decided that I was going to pay someone to build a professional, like, very intricate funnel. I don't know how to do that. My launch manager had created a well enough funnel on ClickFunnels for this to work. And I felt, because guys, I always teach from a very transparent place. I felt like, man, that funnel is not going to be on brand. I recently just decided that I was going to build a movement. It's called Rise and Disrupt. And this color, even though I had a brand new logo created for Charge More Now Challenge, these colors don't even match. These letters don't even match. These fonts don't even match. And I said, I'm going to stop promoting that sales page. I even took the sales page down. I had it as my Facebook cover. I took it down. And I invited 3 people who were not my current clients. All 3 people signed up, okay? And they purchased the VIP ticket, which was $297. And I said, well, because I know that this is a numbers game, I know that if I only teach this to 3 people, all 3 people are not going to be able to attend every single day. So I need to bring people to the room. So I brought my clients so that they could see me deploy this strategy, so that they could watch me live and in person as I was teaching this 5-day challenge. And I don't care if it had only been one person there, I would have still showed up and I would have given the value like if 100 people were in the room. So I invited many of my clients, and every day live, we had between 6 and 9 people every day live. Every day, the replay went into the group and it was only up for 24 hours. So there were no like, oh, let me just binge watch this, because everything about this strategy is to weed out the people who don't take action. It's to weed out the people who do not make things a priority. There's a reason why I was doing these things. So 3 people, I say 3 leads because those were the people who came to the challenge who were not my clients. These people were not paying me. They were brand new folks who would decide if they wanted to work with me. Now, they weren't brand new to me. These people are connected to me on Facebook. We've had interactions before, but they weren't my paying clients at the moment. So from the 3 people who paid, okay, 2 of them became my client, and one of my current clients who was about to be done with our client mentor agreement decided that she would take me on for my annual offer. So there were 3 leads, 3 people converted, but that one person was not from the 3 that were new. You understand? So sometimes there are people out here who are going to mislead you with their numbers. Okay, so I had 3 leads, 3 people converted. That's 100% conversion, but truly 2 of the 3 that I invited converted, and the other person that converted was already my client. Are you with me? So there is no like, oh my God, Linda's lying or whatever. Like I'm being real. So what did I learn? I learned, hey, don't overcomplicate this, because the simplest strategies are the most effective. I literally did not. I am not one of those people who needs to have everything in place in order for me to move forward. I know how to learn as I go. I know how to implement as I go. So literally, I was building what I needed the night before and the morning of every single day. And when I said, you know what, I'm not trying to make a workbook for this, I didn't, because people didn't sign up to come get a workbook. Okay. Create a non-negotiable goal. You must keep your energy high and your excuses low. Okay. Ashley Kirkwood says that. I respect her greatly. Make your financial goal a must. Okay. You are in business. Businesses have revenue goals. I don't understand how people are like, well, I don't want to make goals because I don't want people to think that I'm out to get them. No one's out to get them. You go to Walmart, you go to Target, you go to Publix, you go to HEB, you go there to get groceries. They're not out to get you. If you don't have money, you're not going to eat. Not from that grocery store. No one is feeling bad because they're charging you your car note, your rent, your monthly bill. They're not like, well, we don't want them to think we're out to get them. Nobody's out to get you. You're paying for a service. So make that shift that you run a business and you have quarterly goals. One of the reasons many people in the online space who are great at what they do, but their business sucks, is not profitable, is because they don't have goals. They're like, well, whatever I make this year. What? Do you not plan? I plan my money. I may not plan to do a workbook. I may not plan to have an outline, a 10-step outline for something I'm going to teach. But I plan my money because this is what I do for a living. I'm not going to be like, well, we didn't make money for the last 3 months. So that's not good. So the third thing, keep learning and adapting. Stay updated with the latest marketing trends and always be ready to adapt to our changing market. Because, a few years ago, TikTok wasn't even around. Now TikTok is here. A few years ago, Instagram was only for pictures. Then they made the move slowly to IGTV. And then IGTV migrated to Reels. And now it's literally a micro content video platform. They are pushing videos more than they are pushing static pictures, right? You got to change with the times. LinkedIn tried to do stories. They were like, hey, let's get with that. They were like, oh man, this doesn't work for our platform. And now LinkedIn has the ability for you to do all sorts of other things like go live. And there's paid advertising to promote your jobs. Like, what are you going to dominate? YouTube is the OG place for video content. Now they have shorts, which is the same thing as reels or TikToks, right? Are you like, how are you changing with the times? I saw a shirt recently that said, coffee is essential for evolution. Look what happened to dinosaurs. They didn't have any coffee, right? So technology and getting with the times is essential for you to stay relevant in business and make money in this marketplace. If you do not, you are a dinosaur. If you resist technology, if you're like, and I'm not saying you have to be a influencer or a crazy content creator, but every time you turn on your camera, right now, this is me creating content. Okay, you don't have to be a videographer. You don't have to be a film editor, but you've got to create content so that people can do what? Can love you, can say, this is the person for me, can know you. How in the world is anyone supposed to hire you if they don't know that you exist? And when they are looking for someone who does what you do, you're not even findable because there's no content out there from you. You haven't created a digital footprint. So do yourself a favor and keep learning and adapting and stay up on top of these trends. Okay, podcasts. Come on, there's just so many things out here. So I want to tell you that I'm excited that you're here today. Thank you for watching this short, how I closed $100,000 in sales. Okay, I had 3 people say yes to a $30,000 offer, and I had a 4th person who did not come to the challenge who took me up on a $10,000 service because my goal was non-negotiable. I was going to close $100,000 in sales, but from the challenge, 3 people closed. That was 100% close rate on my leads. Okay, so my invitation. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being here and learning about the strategy. And you know what? There was a while back that I would have never believed that I could make $100,000 in a year coaching, $100,000 in a quarter coaching, $100,000 in a month. I had already achieved that. The year, the quarter, the week. I've had several $100,000 weeks, but I had not yet achieved $100,000 in sales in one day. I'm telling you that whatever you want in your business is going to happen with your consistency and you continuing to push past your comfort zone and past what you don't believe is real. Just because you don't believe it is not true. It's what you believe. So you think it's true, but it's not a fact. It's just a crazy belief that you're turning real. And it's stopping you from achieving what you think it's impossible. It's not impossible. I'm telling you right now, no one in the internet space is lying to you about the ability to create big cash infusions fast. Okay. It's the reason why people do 3-day events, 1-day events, and people fill a room with 100 people, 200 people, 500 people. They pitch an offer that's a minimum of $30,000. They have 30 people say yes, and that is $1 million weekend. They have 60 people say yes in a room of 200, and that's a $2 million weekend. They have 100 people say yes in a room of 500. Come on, do the math. Then that's a $5 million weekend. Of course, you must be an expert at what you do, because I don't teach people to make up big prices for what they do. Recently, I had someone who I love very much was like, oh man, Linda, I see myself being able to get people in the room and charging them $20,000. Like I totally can make $100,000 from 5 people. I know that you can. And I see that for you as well. But you've never even charged 5,000. So I don't tell people charge 20,000 because you have enough courage to do so. You charge $20,000 for your service when you have proven over and over again that you get people results. My confidence in my price is not because I'm bold enough to charge you a lot. It's because my clients get ridiculous, crazy results. So that's my confidence. I didn't start out charging $30,000, for a 90-day engagement or for a 1 year in my mastermind. So I'm not here to teach people that, hey, you just make up a service and I'm going to teach you how to sell it really, really high. No, that's why I only work with experts. You're already selling your service and you are undercharging. You are worth every penny. So if that's you and you still believe that creating this type of money and these type of results in your business is impossible, but something inside of you tells you, no, it's just that I don't know how, then that's what I specialize in. I want you to know that I specialize in helping you achieve what you think is impossible to you. That's what I specialize. Yes, it's going to end up creating you money. It's going to end up making you stop enabling adult kids. It's going to make you get rid of toxic relationships because you're going to level up. You're going to step into the identity of the woman who has this type of lifestyle, of the woman whose word is more powerful than her contract, of the woman who is a highly committed person, of the woman who's got standards in every area of her life, of the woman who does the right thing when no one is watching, when the camera is off. She still says and is who she says she is when the camera is not rolling. And that's what allows you to step into this identity shift that can make you really anything that you've been dreaming that you thought was impossible, possible for you. So that is let me stop sharing. That is that's right there on coaching.lindahales.com. If you go to coaching.lindahales.com, you will see there all of my client testimonials. It'll be like watching a Netflix show. There's videos after videos after videos after videos and screenshots after screenshots after screenshots after screenshots and blurbs after blurbs after blurbs after blurbs so that you can see yourself in any one of those clients and say, I can relate to her. Oh, I look just like her. Oh, I have a business just like hers. I'm going to get with Linda. And I'm excited. I'm excited to launch the new funnel for the Charge More Now challenge. We got amazing testimonials every day of the week. Last week, when women were getting crazy results, I appreciate you. Thanks so much for being here. And I look forward to seeing some of your names on my calendar. So coaching.lindahales.com. I invite you to book your call so we together can make a powerful decision about the kind of, December 31st. What do you want to celebrate on New Year's Eve this year? Hopefully it's a lot of money in your bank account and your crazy explosive growth. Talk to you soon.